So let me say good morning to Miss Tracy. Always appreciate you tuning in with us. Say good morning to Mr. Rigo.
Good
Always appreciate you.
morning.
Rigoberto is here. Tracy
Thank
says
you.
trips are life. Yeah, trips are life because Tracy is always on a plane. And we know there's two places that Tracy is going, and I'm not going to say those places. Rigo says also make sure that they put down their banking PIN numbers or any PIN numbers to the accounts because that's the information that you would need once your loved one is gone. You can't get that information. It's so interesting that you say that, Rigo. My aunt, when she was in the hospital before she passed, there was a whole thing with us talking about her stuff and paying her bills and things like that. And she trusted me to handle her affairs. So she was like, all right, here's this, here's that. And I was like, okay, I got these papers from the house. I started to ask her questions because, first of all, we didn't know that she was going to pass away while she was in the hospital. We were just thinking, all right, they're going to figure out what's wrong with her. They're going to send her home and we're going to be good to go. Little did we know they were going to be keeping her for longer than expected. Thank God I had already gotten a ton of papers from her house. I had the access to her bank account. I had the access to some important things, her keys to her place, all the basic things that I needed. And I was able to thankfully handle some final affairs for her and she figure out some things, and thankfully she had beneficiaries on her account, she had life insurance, but without the PIN numbers and access to her information, I would have been having to go through the probate court process to figure all these things out.
Exactly. And we know banks, when banks find out that someone has died, they typically just go ahead and freeze everything and they wait to basically receive notification how to proceed from the probate court.
Right.
So that's really good that you had all of that information. Now, there are situations where people might just have a job and a bank account, and maybe they don't have a lot of savings and they just have the stuff that they own in their home. So, Sandy, are those people excluded from estate planning? Should they just forget about it?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think anybody should be excluded from estate planning. I think the important thing to understand is no matter what it is that you have, there may be a need for a plan because we have things that we don't really consider as something. We're always saying, oh, I have nothing. I don't really have anything. I don't have anything. All right, let's go down a list of just some basic things. You live somewhere. You have things in that home or apartment or condo, whatever it is. You have things in that home, right?
You might have
Those
a
are your,
car.
you may have a car, right? Those are things that you own. So how can you can't say you have nothing when you have items that you own in your possession, right?
Right.
Most of us in this day and age have financial accounts. If you have a
Something.
financial account, you have something, right?
Right.
I'm going to shout out to my girl Tracy, catching flights, not feelings. Many
I
of
am
us
Tracy.
accumulate frequent flyer miles. Those have a value. Most of us don't realize that, but those rewards and those points that we get as we're doing different things in our lives, those items have value.
Yes.
And we don't think about those things. Tracy's laughing. We don't think about those things as being something.
That's
Instead,
true.
we're very fixated and we seem to think somehow that because, we have this thing, it doesn't have value. But, this is my thought right here. I have nothing,
What's that?
nothing. We're going to sing some songs today. We're going to sing some songs today. That's
We have songs for you. We have full of entertainment here on Two Lawyers Talk Legacy because we know some of you think lawyers are totally boring at shows like this, and we didn't want to be like that.
Look, it's going to be a morning today. I really want people to understand that when we think we have nothing, we really are not recognizing what nothing is. Nothing means there is no transfer of anything, right? So if I am living somewhere, it's not my place and I have nothing there. It's kind of like I remember I had a job back in the day. And when I left that job, I had nothing there. So if someone would ask me what you had there, I had nothing there. I literally took my bag
You were gone.
And I was done at the end of the day. I took my bag and I left. I didn't have a Nan picture, candy, pens, pencil. I literally took my purse and my roller bag and I walked out the door.
There's your definition of nothing.
That's nothing. That means I don't have nothing to pick up.